Hello all, thank you for watching my video. This is the continuation of my web programming video tutorials, and in this video I am going to talk about CSS tutorial, and this is my uh, video on Python series, and this is the video where I'm going to give in your video description. So before you start web programming, my suggestion is to install XAMPP, which I have kept the link in the description. Install the XAMPP and set up the environment, and I have run this program in local host, which is actually running on 127.0.0.1. um, so let me test it. So this is the local environment. You can use it to test your XAMPP and your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, all the environments. And I have created a CSS folder, and I have created a sample test. CS is the folder I will show you here. When you install XAMPP, there will be htdocs in the XAMPP folder. So all the web pages which redirect to this htdocs folder, and wherever whatever you keep in this will be visible to the root folder of path folder of the website. So here I created CSS, and whatever I keep here will be visible, and I actually typed here, this is the local host of example which is running on Apache, and MySQL and Tomcat is also there. So 127, and then CSS, as I mentioned, is the path, and this is the file I created. So this is the test.html. So let me check my video is recording. Okay, so for the verification, I'm checking whether my audio is properly recording, so that I will continue this video. Okay, so that is if you come here 127.0. Yeah, I think audio is good, so I will continue. So I will keep this for some more time, and then we'll come back to this video later. So coming back to my video, so this is the example. So my session is install and configure, so that we will actually test it. I will show you how do we test it. I am using also uh, visual source code, okay, where you can download and install it and configure it. So I am actually using, as I mentioned, right, I have created two files. So that is uh, test.html, and then another file my css. So this both I have saved it, and as I have shown here, they are working here. So you can also use that environment to test the css files, and I will create a series of 3-4 videos for this CSS tutorial, and then you can follow my videos, and then come back to W3 schools, and uh, do practice with local setup, as well as the try it yourself mentioned here in the um, site. So why I have chosen W3 schools is the content is good, and it has various tutorials. You can also choose tutorials point or Java point or any other, but this is a structured way, and which is actually giving a right way of explaining. So you can keep coming to w3schools.com and practice all your web programming skills repeatedly so that you will be familiarized with the technology, and you can actually build your career based on the technology, and also follow my video tutorials to create a full stack um, websites. Okay, so and then become a masters in the web programming. So I am offering a internship, and which is actually which I'm offering 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 1 year internship. And uh, as part of my company, MySys IT Services OPT Private Limited, I have developed portals such as adrev.com, which is a classified portal, which actually lists the entire world. Okay, all the international sites are also there, where classified portals can be classifieds can be submitted, and it is accessible entire world. And we actually started this in 2010. So I am giving an opportunity to work in this portal in various forms. We also have an affiliation with large vendors and large product owners, and we also promote the products. So my the roles which I am offering is C++, Java, desktop application developers, and full stack developers, and manual tester, affiliate marketer, digital marketer, UI designer, UI graphics designer, mobile app developers, game developers, research analysts, video ad creators, social media marketers, AML, or any other role which you are interested to improve my site. And so uh, the uh, the products which as I mentioned, these are the products I have developed, which you can also get experience on how I developed, and I will explain you how these are developed, and share it with you my knowledge. And also you can develop these programs. These are developed in VC++, C++, MFC. You can also develop in Java or any other UI program, and backend with the if you want to develop, you can develop with the TK Inter and Python also. So I can give the guidance if you want to get experience. And also, as I mentioned, right, in the internship, I have other projects also. Software.com, which is a software listing website, and a download site. And I have tie up. I also see developers across the world has the opportunity to submit their software, and we can actually list them here. And we also have a tie up with software developers as an affiliate marketer, and they can submit, and if any sale happens, we also get commission. So in this also, all the roles mentioned along with the affiliate marketing is also there. And manual testing, I will give the softwares which are mentioned here. And you can I will give a few softwares, and you will get the opportunity to do review, and then submit your review. And if your review is good, I will add your review in I will add your review as a reviewer, and I will name you as you see that in our review sites, and you will get the recognition and experience also. Okay, so software review. Okay, you will get here with your name. Okay, whatever the content you have written. So that is one. I think I will stop it here. There are many other sites are there. So if you want to do internship with me, send me a mail with the submit at mysys.com, or connect me in LinkedIn, and send a direct message to me so that we can discuss further. Okay, if you have not undergone any trainings, visit my YouTube channel, and I have many I have many videos created, and then you can come and you can come and watch my videos for the training purpose. I have created CSS, JavaScript, MySQL, HTML, PHP, Python, and Golang. And you can actually come and watch my videos and get familiar with the technology before coming into the internship. Okay, so that is brief about, and I'm going back to my uh, my videos. So W3 tools CSS tutorial. In this, as I mentioned, we have the opportunity to do test. There are set of examples are also there. You can come and practice. CSS templates are there, and then quiz is there. And if you want, you can do the certification also and get certified from W3 schools. So I'm not promoting W3 schools, but since these contents are good and is giving a good opportunity for you all to learn, I am referring this. You can also do this in other sites such as Java Point and javapoint.com and tutorialspoint.com. Okay, so let us start. CSS introduction. CSS stands for cascading style sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements to be displayed on the screen, paper, or on the media. CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages and all at once. So external style sheets are also stored in CSS file. So various styles, if you see, right, this is the style. So whatever you are seeing here, okay, is a style sheet, right? It has a menu, it has a left bar, and with the click and right side and whatever the sheets you have, you will be able to see, right? So let us see the style sheet one. This is the style sheet. This has a header and left menu and right bar, sidebar, and then main content and no styles and the bottom. So like that, if you see the style 2, it has different style 3, style 4, and no style. Okay, so let us start now. So we can actually do that with the CSS. You can try it. As I mentioned, right, we can try it as whenever we need, we will actually try it here. Okay, we copy paste this HTML. We want to test it in our local setup. Okay, save it in our HTML file. Save it in our HTML file, and then save it. And where you need to save, you need to save it in XAMPP, htdocs, and CSS folder. Folder is what we created, and the file is test.html. Now let us test this one. Okay, so this is coming. So you can do the CSS testing by practicing with your okay. So let us move to the syntax. What is the syntax? H1 syntax, that is called selector. So whatever the elements, right, what you see is called selectors. So like H1 paragraph, okay, or div or whatever you see, right, they're all selectors. And then followed by parenthesis, sorry, this is flower bracket, and end by flower bracket. In this you can have multiple name value pairs with the property and value. Okay, so this is how it is. I just want to test whether my video is visible. Okay. Okay, it is coming. So let us move forward. So now what we can see is let us go to the what are the selectors. So there are many selectors. Okay, one is a direct simple selectors, as we have seen, name, id, class. And the combinator selectors, what you see, the relationship between the selectors can have a similar style. And the pseudo class selectors, which okay, based on certain state you can actually create that selection, and also can create pseudo element selectors, that style as part of the element. Okay, and then attribute selectors. So based on attribute as a value change, you can change the color. Okay, that we can see that. So sample we have already seen. Okay, let us try it, how that will look like. It is we have set the style a paragraph as a center and color as red. Then we have given this as a, this is center, and this we have given id, but no font, no style is selected, so it will be same. And then this paragraph also same, right? So that is the usage of let us close this. And then, and a paragraph this is for the paragraph. um id selector, this is for the id selector. We give the id. Okay, id starts with hash. Okay, id starts with hash. And then here id we gave, right? And then if you reference that particular id, and the style belongs to this particular id will be implemented in that particular selector. Okay, if you give a different id, then that will also implement. Then class selector, the class selector, you can give the class which is actually center. And for the center, what we are giving, this is the center, and then this is the font, and text font is text element is center and color, and this particular you know syntax is particular style is implemented. Okay, so let us come back to our tutorial. Similarly, universal selector, if you give it star, then all those for this it is applicable across the page. And grouping also we can give h1. For h1 it is this is the font. For h2 this is the font and color element. Okay, the style is each one you can create and then make it, or we can group all those together into one, and h1 h2 h3, right? We can instead of that one, but usually it will be a different. So let us be careful, let us not give it a common thing. So how to add css? There are three types of css we can add it. One is external, which is stored in the file, and second one is internal, which is stored in head tags, and other one is inline, which is stored in uh, inline of the element. So now as a sample which we have already seen, right? Okay, um, this file has a, okay, I think we change it. um, so this file has a link referring to my style.css. Okay, and then let us save this one for our testing purpose. And I have my style.css also is there. Background is a light blue, and h1 has a navy, and then margin left 20 points is what we have given. So let us test this in our local environment. You see, this is the font we have given and it is implemented. So not this one, this is the one we implemented, so this is executed, right? Okay, so that is the internal. If you see, the contents are kept here. Okay, the style, and then inline style is kept inline, right? With the style name values, with the property and value, property value. This is how you need to keep it. Come back here and then you can do. So each one can have, I mean, our HTML document can have multiple styles sheets, multiple style sheets, and then the order of priority is inline style first, then external and internal, and then browser default. Okay, so that is the, see how CSS comments are kept. CSS comments are kept in the slash star and then comment and star slash. You might have seen this in the C language or C++ or Java. So you can keep it in between, but that will be ignored. For multi-line comments, you can keep it slash star and then multi-line and then, so it will be ignored. If you add it in CSS and HTML, so you can add a HTML tag as well as CSS. CSS places in the style you can add it here, but here you can keep it here. Okay. So colors. Uh, Whenever you want to add colors to the background, foreground or particular text or image background, although you can actually have color setting with the set of functions which are available. You can set it with the RGB X, HSL, RGBA and HSLA. So let us actually see that what is RGB. RGB means red, green, blue. Okay, so based on the number of colors, the color will change. R means red, G means green, B means blue, and the values range from 0 to 255. Okay, let us test this one and you will have a clarity. Okay, and then also we can give the font name, color name. Each color has its own name, so come and understand what are those, and we can directly give it, and then background color of that particular header is changed. Okay, so the next one is CS background color. You can change it as I mentioned, right? And then you can also change the text color, color and style color, so the corresponding color is changed. Okay, and then borders, you can actually change the border color. Okay, you can change the border color also, it will change. Color values as I mentioned 0 to 255, and then if you keep that 0 to 255, you can give it, and the corresponding color will change. Okay, so now we will deep dive into RGB. RGB, as I mentioned, red, green, blue value, and then it has a you can give the values from 0 to 255, and then color value change here. You see how the color value changing. So whatever the colors you want, you take the number and then keep it in your CSS style. Okay, let us test this one how the colors are changed. See, we are given RGB 25500, right? RGB 255 is the color, background color, and background color is red. Similarly, blue. So, like that, if you give the particular value, corresponding color will be displayed. And shades of gray are often defined using equal values of all three light sources. Remember this. We want to, all equal values. With the low to the highest, the gray shade will increase. So there is one more RGBA alpha is added. So till now we have a color range of 255 into 255 into 255. There is 10 more colors patterns are added with the alpha. Then into 10. So the alpha value ranges from 0.2 0 to 0.1 to 0.1. Okay, so that particular color also has a variation and it will vary. Okay, based on, and then transparency will increase. Similarly, we have a x value as I mentioned in RGB. Till now we are using the decimal value, that is 0 to 255. You can also mention that the first value hexadecimal value. Okay, so and a hash and hexadecimal value, and that color will change. So it is same 0 to 255. You convert that into hexadecimal value and add it here, or if you want to reference, you come to this W3 schools and then check which uh, you know hexa values you want, and then add it in your program. Okay, and then the colors also can be stored in a hue and saturation and lightness. Here also various parameters, and the values ranges from 0 to 360, and saturation is 100%, 0 to 100%, and lightness is also, So this is also one way of getting the colors, and then come here and then use this function to display your values or colors in your web page design during your web page. You can also add a alpha, which will actually add transparency level to the identified color also, so which will give a more value. So that is on uh, that is on the colors. Let us discuss on the backgrounds. Background color will be, you can change it multiple. There is a background color, background image, background repeat, and background attachment, background position, and background. So all this you can use it to set the backgrounds. Let us test this one, right? We have test background for this body, right? This is the entire body, and then this particular color is set. Okay, and then we can use any of those, as I mentioned, X or RGB or hue also. uh, so let us try this one, which has background colors of h1 div block and then paragraph, right? Paragraph is in between, so you can have this inside. So transparency you can increase, opacity you can increase the opacity from 0.1 to 0.1 to 1, no? By default it is 1, no? So you can increase that, which will actually make that transparent, or you can use the u and alpha and also to make the transparent, but this is also another way of doing it. And background image, you give it URL, and then that particular image will be in the background. So don't use it any blurred or kind, so text will be invisible and are not clearly visible, and it will be difficult to understand. Okay, and you can also add background image for a paragraph. So if you want to repeat, right, you can use the repeat, and that particular thing will be repeated, particular image. It is horizontal, so repeat x, it will be no repeat. If you mention, then it will not repeat. If you keep repeat, then that will be repeated, right? Okay, so CSS background position also we can keep right top, okay, or left top, okay, you can change it, right? So if you want to attach, right, so if you want to have a scroll, so you can actually keep it as an attachment, and then you can actually scroll it, keep that scroll and attachment. You don't want to change it, right? But the scrolling will happen. So what will happen if you don't mention it? You see, it is changing. Okay, scroll, you can mention scroll, and which will be at the top. And then shortened form, till now we have actually are mentioning each and every color, image, repeat, position. So all these things can be kept in background, and it will actually take these respective values in one, so that it will save the your space and just understand the order. Okay, and then you can show that one. So now we are talking about CSS borders. Borders can be given with border style: dotted, dashed, solid, groove, ridge, inset, uh, outset, none, and hidden. Okay. So the border style is this one. Let us actually test it how it will look like. Okay, if the code is given, right? Try it yourself and give each one. You also copy and paste this and try it in your HTML, right? The way I am doing it, so that you can get the experience of testing it, and you can practice it. Okay, so this is how it is. So you can come back here and then test it. So now let us go border width, how it will work. So you can give a solid and the border style and border width. Okay, so you need to understand what are the no name value pairs or property values, where you need to, you can give it, or you can reference to the particular help and then understand it. So you can actually slice it wherever whatever you want with the border. How much border width you want? 20, right? And then 5 points. Okay, and 5 points on the sides. So you can give the parameters also in this border styles, and you can give the colors also. As I mentioned, you can have a X, RGB, HSL, and then a transparent. So you can give all those values: red, blue, green, left, top, right, bottom, right? You see left, top, right, red. This is red, is red top, green right, blue bottom, yellow is left. Okay, top, right, bottom, left. So the corresponding color is changed. You can give X values. We discussed that. RGB can directly give the names. You can give HSL also, hue, saturation, and lightness, right? So corresponding value. Individualized styles also you can keep. Okay, border top, border right, border, the corresponding you can give, and then the style will change. So each one is a property, right? So you need to understand what are the various types of properties. Okay, so CSS shortened border property. You don't have to keep it everything. You just keep it in one line, and then it will take all those okay, related to that, solid and red. Okay, like this. This is 6 point solid red bottom, and then round borders you can give. How you have to give it radius, border radius. The more the radius, the curve, the more the curve. Okay, 5, 8, 12. Okay, the curve size has increased. So that is all about. Let us talk about margins. How much margin you give? Margin top, margin right, margin bottom, margin left. Okay, you can give in auto browser calculates margin length, specify the margin line in pxpt or centimeters, etc., or percentage margin in the percentage with containing the element and inherited. Okay, should be inherited from the parent element. Okay, so you can give, okay, pixels, that is pixels, right? Margin top, margin left. So margin will be 25 pixels, 50 pixels, 100 pixels. Okay, left, top, right, bottom. So you can mention the margins: 1 pixel, solid black, and then 25 pixels. Okay, border, margin, background color, right? So you understand all these parameters to type your you can also give the shortened form. So if you can inherit from the parent also, as we have seen, right? And margin collapse, sometimes two margins collapse into the single margin. So top and bottom margins of elements are sometimes collapse into single margin that is equal to the largest of two margins. So this does not happen on left and right margins. Only top and bottom margins you can collapse, right? Okay. So just check the margins in top and bottom and then adjust. Okay. So CSS padding. Padding is used to create space around or an element inside of any defined. Here, how much of padding you want, top, bottom, left or right, right? How much padding you want, you can create padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. You can specify in the points, okay, or pixels or percentage or inherit. So you can actually create this padding, how much padding you want, right? Top 50 points, okay, right 30 points, bottom 50 points, and the left 80 points. So padding is spaces which will be added here. Okay, so you can actually verify this, and then you can shorten them and then make it in a one, so that that will be taken, right? And you can use the padding shorten property with one value also. Element, you can add padding with element only. So you can specify for elements. So more examples are here: left padding, right padding, set, and bottom. So we have already seen it, but you can command experiment. So and CSS height and width and max width, height, width, max width property will actually set this height width, where is what is the height width of that element. The element is 50 pixels and width of 100 percentage, right? So you can actually create that with height, for example 100 pixels, right? Height, and then width, how it will look like. Okay, width has increased, you see how much you want 100 percentage, then it fits to that particular window. And then borders, I want 10. Okay, and solid, and we are giving a color. So this is how you can actually give that height and width, and it can be in auto, that is default to length that defines the height and width in pixels, and percentage you can give as we have seen. Initial, that the initial values inherited, you can do that. We have tested all these so that is all about this video. I will create the second video with the remaining topics, and keep coming and watching my videos. And if you like it, and thanks for watching, and like it, take like, share, subscribe, and comment, so that others are also will use this. So as I mentioned, I will give a brief. I have started internship, and then if you are interested to work on internship on my projects, there are set of projects, and the new projects are also I am starting, that is NetChess and NetRummy. So if you are interested, you can actually connect me with come to this mysys.com and internship.html, and understand about the internship, and then subscribe to me. I am currently offering as an offer for a 1 month internship, which is free, and then if you want to continue, a 3 months internship will be 3500, and extension will be 3500 for each quarter. I am sure you will get good experience, and from my projects and my experience. I have around 30 years of experience in the IT industry, and worked in various organizations, and gained a good knowledge, and I've started multiple projects, starting from portal to the artificial intelligence and gaming, and digital marketing and affiliate marketing, and my experience will help you to gain the knowledge, and get a IT job in the IT industry. Okay, thank you for watching, and all the best.